Fire in the hole! Let's cook a steak! Stay tuned! Hello and welcome to my backyard barbecue. I got a little story to tell you. I will try not to take up too much of your time. My wife asked me what I wanted for my anniversary, and I told her I want the Weber Gourmet Barbecue System Sear grate, which is what this is. She got this for me. This is the Weber Sear grate. This thing fits on my Weber barbecue, and what it does is it does exactly one thing. It puts awesome grill marks on your meat. So yeah, I think it goes like that. It fits on the grate, and we're gonna put that on there and get it hot. And so anyway, she got it for me. I love her. Thank you, honey. Thanks, Brenda. And we're gonna cook some awesome steaks on there. I gotta get it hot first. Let's get it on the barbecue. And she said to me, "That's not enough." She says, "I gotta get you something else." I said, "Well, let's go down to Wild Fork and get a couple of awesome steaks." So stay tuned. I'll show you what we got. So like I was saying, my wife said, you know, now that you got that sear grate, you know, you need to get a couple of steaks. I said, well, the best steaks I can think of are the ones at Wild Fork Foods. I love Wild Fork Foods. These are, I got two of these, boneless beef ribeyes. These are aged prime beef, aged for a minimum of 17 days. These are a couple of the nicest steaks. Look at the marbling on that thing. I'm going to get these cut open and get them on a plate, and we're going to prep these up, and we're going to do a reverse sear on these two ribeyes. I got two of them, a big one and a little one for her. Big one for me, a little one for her. And yeah, we're going to cook up these steaks. And the whole point of this video is, do grill marks really matter? Is it really important to have grill marks on your steak? And the answer is no. It's not important, but it's impressive. It's impressive, you know. And when your friends see your video and they think, wow, look at those grill marks. That's me. Today, I'm going to be the one with the grill marks because I got the Weber Gourmet Barbecue System. We got it installed over there. Let me get these opened up and prepped up, and then we'll start cooking. So stay tuned. All right, the steaks are out of the package. We're going to just hit them up with some olive oil, cheap olive oil, not the good stuff. We save that for dipping and dressing. A little bit of olive oil on those steaks. Spread it around a little bit. Got a napkin over here to wipe my hand with. And I've got some of this Blackstone Steakhouse seasoning. I really like this seasoning. I've been using it a lot. Blackstone Steakhouse. It's just salt, pepper, and garlic, I think, but it's got some nice texture to it. And we're going to, these steaks are thick enough to take a good bit of seasoning. Going to get that on there. Get that steakhouse rub all over my two beautiful prime aged ribeyes, like that. I'm going to let them sit a while the grill comes up to temperature. I got my Inkbird thermometer. Now let me tell you about my thermometer. Let's turn it on, first of all. This is a very simple tool, and it does one thing, but it does that one thing really well. And I have a meter thermometer and I have a meat stick thermometer, but I don't use them because you have to hook them up to your smartphone, and invariably, you know, you're going to get a call while you're cooking. It's going to mess up your cook. But yeah, this thing is just so simple and easy to use. It's just a direct read thermometer. So what I'm going to do is stick that into the thickest part of the thickest one. We're going to put that on indirect heat and cook them until I get the internal temperature on the one I want is 120. And my wife likes it a little bit more cooked than that. She wants about 130, which is, let's say, medium rare. Mine's going to be rare. And then we'll throw them on the Weber Sear grate and get those awesome grill marks on there. And then we'll take a taste and drink a beer, and we'll find out. I mean, I already know the answer to the question. Do grill marks matter? The answer is no, they don't matter. They look impressive, You know, it makes you look like you know what you're doing, but in the end, in the final analysis, that grill grate is a nice thing, but it's not necessary. It's not absolutely necessary. Anyway, let me get my steaks on there. I'll show you what that looks like, and then when we do the sear, maybe we'll do that in real time, well, you can watch that while it happens, okay? So stay tuned. Okay, I've got my steaks on the grill. They're off to the side of the heat. The heat is in the middle, and they're on indirect heat, and we got to get them up. We're going to get hers up to 130. I'm going to pull mine when it gets to 120, because I like mine rare. In fact, I'm like my brother. He used to say, just walk it through a warm room. That's all I need. Anyway, I'm going to put the cover on that, let that cook till it comes up to temp, and then we're going to do the sear. I think we're going to do a real-time sear. It's going to be awesome. And then we'll take a taste of steak and drink a beer. So stay tuned. Well, my steak just hit 120. So what I'm going to do now is get it up here and get it on that Weber grill grate, right like that. I'm not going to move it. Going to let that sit there for 2 whole minutes. Probably the longest 2 minutes of my life. And I guess you guys can watch that in real time if you don't mind. It's pretty impressive looking flames I got going on there, huh? Yeah, gotta let that sit. Just let it sear on that grate, on that grill grate. 2 whole minutes at 120. It's actually come up to 122 now because it's getting hot in there. I don't mind, as long as it doesn't get too far gone. Get some good flames on there. It's almost a minute. Gotta wait 2 minutes. Oh yeah. Getting some cook on it now, boy. I don't want to move it because I want those grill marks. I'm a fiend for grill marks today. Even though they don't mean anything in the scheme of things. I also don't want to overcook my steak. Okay, that's a minute and a half. I'm gonna flip that thing. Let's see how that looks. Oh yeah, you got the grill marks going on. Tell you what. Okay, it's only gonna take a couple more minutes on the other side. We're gonna get that thing off there and let it rest. And then I'll cook my wife's when it gets up to 130. And there you go. That's what your Weber Sear grate does. That's how it works. Oh man, that steak smells awesome. Just gonna leave it on there for a couple more minutes. I'm gonna get it off there. I'll cook her steak. We'll get both steaks plated up and let them rest. We'll drink a beer, so stay tuned. Okay, the steaks are done. I'm letting them rest. And we'll just crack open a beer while we're waiting for the rest. I've got today's beer, Fort Lauderdale Golden Ale, good as gold. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see that what's going on. There's a Frosty Root Boy mug, star of the show. My mouth is watering thinking about cutting into these steaks. Good as Gold is on Las Olas, brewing company on Las Olas, 5.5% alcohol by volume, a golden ale. Can't wait to see what this is all about, Rob. A golden ale. Let's pour it out. Let's see if we can do a good pour. Oh yeah, we're getting it done. Get it done, Rob. I got the glass tilted. Golden ale from Fort Lauderdale, believe it or not. This is from, what's the name of this company? Brewed and canned with love by Tarpon River Brewing, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I guess they have a tap room in town too. I'd never heard of it. Now, no head on that, Rob. Look at that. Golden ale. Let's take a sniff of that. 5.5% alcohol. Not too shabby. Let's quaff the, there's no quaff the froth. There's no froth, Rob. What are we going to do? Let's just quaff it. That's pretty good. Pretty good in Las Olas. Tarpon Brewing, Tarpon River Brewing, Fort Lauderdale, brewed with love. Anyway, good as gold, golden ale. That's gonna go good with my steak. It should have rested by now. So I think we're gonna cut into it and see how we did. Stay tuned. Well, the proof is in the pudding, I think. Take a look at my steak. How's that look? Not too shabby. I got a piece cut off here for myself. Perfect, rare. I can't wait to bite into this. Oh man. Oh, that's amazing. Got a great crust on it too. Oh boy. You're knackered. Oh. Unbelievable. Excellent steak from Wild Fork Foods. Always a good steak from them. Absolutely delicious. Succulent and delicious. Yeah. So what do you think? Do grill marks matter? I think not. I think the proof is in the pudding. And that steak came out beautiful, but it was a great steak to start with. That's the important thing. You gotta have quality meat. You got quality meat, you do a reverse sear, you're gonna get a good steak every time. That's a beautiful steak. I'd love to have another piece of it. I only cut one piece off. I'm gonna cut another piece off right now. Cut another piece of that. To taste? Why not? I should be able to taste my own work. And yes, the answer is yes, I want to taste it. Let me get a piece of that off of there. Got my knife out there. Beautiful. Beautiful steak. You know, it melts in your mouth. It's so delicious. Mm. Yeah. Ah. That's great. Babies, you know what I always say. If you like this crap, please subscribe. If you don't, go up in the iCard, see my new friend Annie. Annie's Smoking Pot. No, that's the name of the channel. Yeah, she's smoking pot too. No, she's not smoking pot. Annie's Smoking Pot. Go check her out, my new friend. She's got some great videos. She's got some great recipes going on. Unfortunately, she's doing a lot of stuff in the air fryer. She needs to get out and grill some more. Annie, if I can do it, you can do it. Anyway, that's my video, babies. Do grill marks matter? Not in the least. But now, I got the means to make some awesome grill marks on my steaks and chops. So you'll be seeing that thing in action more often. Anyway, babies, that's my video. See you next week. Bye!